پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Good evening. Today is Tuesday, November 26, 2024. I'm Suleiman Talash and you are watching RTA News. Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar Akhund, the economic deputy of the Prime Minister, said in a meeting with the Secretary of the Russian National Security Council that Afghanistan is interested in playing an effective role in strengthening the North-South economic corridor and implementing economic connectivity in the region. The Secretary of the Russian National Security Council also assured that Russian investors are ready to invest in Afghanistan. Let's see more in this report.
Meeting of the Secretary of the National Security Council of Russia with the Economic Deputy of the Prime Minister. Afghanistan is interested in playing an effective role in strengthening the North-South economic corridor. Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar Akhund, the Economic Deputy of the Prime Minister, said in a meeting with Russian National Security Council Secretary Sergei Shoigu.
After the return of security and stability to Afghanistan, Afghanistan will become a center of economy, cooperation, trade and transit in the region. And this is not only in the interest of Afghanistan, but also for the entire region.
Russia is ready to implement the promises of cooperation at St. Petersburg Economic Forum in Russia, and Russian investors and state-owned companies are also interested in investing in Afghanistan in the fields of mining, transport and agriculture. The professional Deputy Minister of Economy considers the role of the countries of the region, especially Russia, effective in the economic sectors.
Russian investors can invest in various sectors, including in the infrastructure sector in Afghanistan, and investment can be useful in the economic growth of Afghanistan.
Economists also believe that Russian investors can contribute to the country's economy with their investments.
Russia can play an important role in Afghanistan's economy with the development of underwater investment and in the energy sector, as well as Afghanistan's economic connectivity with the region. Russia government, investors, and the commercial sector through good relations can connect Afghanistan with the Eastern Europe besides the Central Asia and can get Afghanistan out of transit, economic and transport problems.
During the meeting, the Secretary of the National Security Council of Russia met with the Deputy Prime Minister of Economic Affairs, where both sides stressed the need to establish a joint government commission to establish extensive cooperation in the fields of trade, transit and investment.
Maulavi Muhammad Yaqub Mujahid, the Minister of National Defense, met and held talks with high-ranking delegation from Russia in his office. The delegation, which was led by the Secretary General of the Russian Security Council, was also attended by the Deputy Prime Minister Alexei Averchuk, Special Representative of the Russian President for Afghanistan Zamir Kabulov, Ambassador of Russia to Afghanistan Dmitry Zhirnov, and many other members. While welcoming the visiting delegation, Mr. Mujahid praised Russia's efforts to remove the Islamic Emirates' names from the blacklist and strengthen bilateral relations. The Russian delegation praised the efforts of the Islamic Emirate, especially the Ministry of National Defense, in strengthening the security and stability of Afghanistan. During the meeting, both sides emphasized the development of economic and trade cooperation and exchanged views on various issues. Meanwhile, Interior Minister Khalifa Sirajuddin Haqqani met with the Secretary General of the Security Council of the Russian Federation and his accompanying delegation. The meeting was attended by the Secretary General of the Security Council of the Russian Federation, Sergei Shoigu, Deputy Prime Minister of Russia for Economic Affairs Alexei Averchuk, a Russian Special Representative for Afghanistan Zamir Kabulov, Russian Ambassador to Afghanistan Dmitry Zhirnov, and a number of other officials. During the meeting, the two sides held comprehensive discussions on political, security, and economic issues. Mr. Shoigu assured that the Russian government has reached the final stages of the process of removing the Taliban movement, previously known as the Islamic Emirate, from the list of banned groups. He expressed the hope that his stage will be completed in a short time, which will expand relations between the two countries in various fields. Mullah Khairullah Khairkhwa, the Minister of Information and Culture, met with the directors of the MCCT and MJAM companies and their delegations. During the meeting, Mr. Liu Jing, director of the MCCT company, said that upon his arrival in Afghanistan, he saw the changed appearance of Afghanistan and found the population and situation very positive, which is the result of the good governance of the Islamic Emirate. Mr. Liu Jing praised the professional activities of the Ministry of Information and Culture in the protection of historical heritage and cultural affairs, and thanked the ministry for its cooperation with the technical delegation sent by China, saying that during the copper extraction process, the joint delegation of the Ministry of Information and Culture and the Ministry of Mines and Petroleum should work closely with them to accelerate the activities during the extraction process. Mr. Khairkhwa said that Afghanistan and China have common cultural similarities, and it is important for both countries to protect historical monuments in the Mes Ainak area. He added that the Ministry of Information and Culture, through its technical team, is carrying out work in the Mes Ainak area in coordination with relevant organizations. A coordination meeting of the district heads of the 14 districts of the province was held at the provincial headquarters under the chairmanship of Mullah Aminullah Obaid, Kabul governor. Mr. Obaid welcomed them and praised their actions and activities and made important recommendations to them in some areas. He said that they should carry out their work with complete honesty and integrity, as always, treat the people well and address their problems in a timely manner. The Kabul governor added that they should establish healthy coordination in their institutions and assure that they would always cooperate with them in implementing the principles and laws. Officials of the Ministry of Justice say that they have recovered over 23 acres of Emirate land in the sanitarium area of 6th district of Kabul province and have freed it from the clutches of the usurpers. The officials add that the land is registered in the cadastre under the name of Emirate Real Estate and plot number 56 and was identified as Emirate during the technical committee for the determination and assignment of Emirate grablands of Kabul province. Let's see more in this report. The Ministry of Justice says that the Technical Committee for the Determination and Assessment of Emirate Used Lands of Kabul province has determined the ownership of approximately 24 acres of land in the 6th district of Kabul city and is investigating the remaining grabbed lands.
The
Special Court for Handling Cases of the Usurped Emirati Lands has examined 23,798 acres of land in a sanatorium area of the 6th district of the Kabul province and confirmed its ownership. The land is registered in the 56th part of the cadastre as Emirati Real Estate and was confirmed as Emirati during examination of the Technical Committee after the establishment and assessment of usurped Emirati lands in Kabul province.
Similarly, Mr. Rasuli adds that the Land Usurpation Prevention Commission has returned more than 66,000 acres of Emirate land in different areas of Kabul province over the past 2 years.
The Land Usurpation Prevention and Land Institution Commission has restituted approximately 66,135 acres of Emirati land in Kabul province since its inception until the end of Rabi Thani 1446. These lands located in various districts of Kabul province.
Furthermore, a number of compatriots welcomed the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan's move to return the usurped lands in the country and urged the Islamic Emirate to deliver the rightful owners.
It is a good action. Alhamdulillah, with the advent of Islamic rule, no one can encroach on it and land has been taken back from the usurpers and work is underway to develop the country. We are happy with Islamic Emirate because they took thousands of acres of land from the usurpers and returned to its owners.
The Ministry of Justice says that the Land Usurpation Prevention Commission is responsible for returning the usurped lands of the Emirate in public from the usurpers and power brokers, and this process is continuing rapidly in all provinces of Afghanistan.
Mullah Nuruddin Turabi, head of the National Disaster Management Authority, met with the head of the Reconstruction Development Organization and signed a memorandum of understanding for joint cooperation worth more than $37,000. In this meeting, Mr. Turabi, while praising the functions of this organization, called on the other relief organizations to deliver their assistance to the needy individuals in a timely manner. Afghan and Turkmen officials discussed the establishment of a temporary port in the border area of Slim Chashma to transport equipment to Afghanistan. The Ministry of Mines and Petroleum says that Afghan officials at the meeting expressed their full readiness to establish the port. Hafiz Umar, the ambassador of the Islamic Emirate to Oman, met with the executive director of the Sultanate charity organization of that country. During the meeting, Mr. Omar appreciated the organization's assistance to Afghanistan and asked for more cooperation with Afghanistan. The press office of the 207th Al-Faruq Army Corps announced the discovery and recovering of some weapons and ammunition and the destruction of a drug factory in Ghor province. The Army Corps wrote on its X page that the operation was carried out by the consignment and intelligence forces of the 3rd Battalion in the village of Jergak, Taiwan district of the province, as a result of which drug factory was destroyed and some weapons and ammunition were also seized by the security forces. The Takhar Provincial Disaster Management Directorate, in collaboration with the Islamic Relief Organization, distributed essential items to 174 needy families in Chal district. In this assistance, each family was given a kit containing 15 essential items, including various tools. The assistance was provided transparently in the presence of representatives of the Disaster Management Directorate, the Economy Department, and the District Administration. That's all for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا